Welcome to my channel Neuland Yoga. I'm Katja. This is an energizing but still restorative practice. All you need is a rolled up yoga mat or a thicker towel or a blanket that you can roll up into this kind of shape. Let's begin on the back in a supported fish pose or a supported back bend. Place your roll behind you on the mat. Come down onto your back and place the roll underneath the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, the center of your upper back. Bring the back of your head down onto your mat, your arms into a cactus shape. Let the backs of your hands, your elbows, your upper arms sink down, and make sure that your arms are not resting on your rolls. You want to create a little bit more of a lift and opening. So place your arms onto the mat. Let your chest melt around that roll. And then decide what you want to do with your legs. You can keep them bent, feet wide, inner knees together. You can stretch your legs out. Or you can bring the soles of your feet together into a butterfly shape with your knees wide open. Find a position that feels relaxing enough that you can stay there for a little bit. Maybe wiggle a little bit around, adjust. And then let your body find the shape, the pose that feels best for now. And see if you can become still for a moment. After the first few breaths, do a brief check-in with yourself to see if the whole body feels really supported. If not, make your adjustments. And then bring your awareness to your heart center, the center of your chest. And notice that gentle lift created by the roll underneath your shoulder blades. Keep your awareness there, around your heart center. Find your breath and inhale slowly and deeply into that center. Feel a little bit more of a lift and space. And then with your exhale, notice the roll underneath your upper back. And let your whole upper body melt a little bit more. Drape a little bit more around that roll. We have about 5 breaths left here. So inhale, find extra space and extra lift around the heart center. And with your exhale, soften the back body against the resistance of that roll. Finish one more round of breath here. If your legs are extended or in that butterfly shape, very slowly bring the knees up again, the soles of your feet flat onto the mat and your knees and feet about hip distance apart. From here, do a couple of gentle Vinci Viper movements to wake up the hips and the lower back a little bit more. So with your knees bent, drop your knees to one side without pushing them down, and then lift your knees again and bring them over to the opposite side. Do a few more rounds at your own pace, up and down, right and left. Finish one more round. Keep your knees lifted. Press gently into the feet. And then roll to one side so that you can remove the roll underneath your upper back and come onto your back. Just for a moment, feel the spine adjust. Feel the backs of your shoulders, the back of your head, the backs of your hips resting on the floor. With your knees still bent, your feet still flat, lift your hips. Now slide your roll underneath your sacrum, which is a little bit lower than the lowest vertebrae, the backs of your hips. Wiggle around and notice when the hips feel anchored and supported for a moment in supported bridge pose. Allow your hips to become a little heavier. And then find your breath again, but this time send your inhales into the belly and feel an extra lift and space there. And with the exhale, let your belly soften. Feel that slight contraction. The side body, the back body, and the front body come closer together. And then inhale again, let the belly and the navel lift. And exhale, let everything soften. Do that maybe 2, maybe 3 more rounds here. Finish one more exhale. Stretch your left leg out on the floor and draw your right knee to your right shoulder. If you can, interlace your fingers around your right kneecap or grab between your calf and thigh, or take your right hand only and then draw the right knee with a little bit effort down towards chest or shoulder. Keep your left leg on the floor extended and even actively stretch the heel away from you, so lengthen and straighten the leg as good as possible. And maybe you can feel more sensation now in your left inner groin, left inner thigh, maybe on the left side of your lower back. Keep that active stretch, that active sensation. Let's hold here for about 5 or 6 breaths. With each inhale, let your breath find your belly. With the exhale, let it soften again and the right knee comes maybe a little closer to chest or shoulder. Take a long, deep inhale. Exhale, release your right leg, stretch the right leg out and just take a moment there with both legs extended to feel the difference, to feel the energy. Maybe a little bit more heat in your hips and legs. And then draw your left knee to your left shoulder. Grab whatever you can grab there. And with a little bit of effort, draw the left knee down to chest or shoulder. Extend your right leg on the floor by actively reaching away from you with the center of your heel. Find the sensation in your right leg, inner leg, or maybe a little bit more in the lower back. And let's hold again for about 5 or 6 deep breaths here. Inhale into the belly, exhale, soften. Take an extra deep in-breath. Exhale, release the left leg, stretch both legs out. And again, bring your awareness to both sides of your body, legs and hips, and just feel. With your next inhale, re-bend your knees, place your feet flat onto your mat again. Lift your hips slightly and bring the roll now a little bit more underneath the lower back, so away from the backs of your hips. And then hug both knees into your chest, lift your feet. You can open your feet wide or you can keep them together. You can use your hands underneath your thighs with your elbows on the floor as support for your legs. You can stay here, or if you like, lift your legs up into waterfall pose, so stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. Your knees can be still bent. Find the perfect position right above your hips so that you don't have to engage too much muscular effort. Let your legs become heavy, let them sink down towards your hips. And then let's stay again for 5 or 6 breaths here. If your legs become too heavy or it's not your pose, feel free to bend your knees and hug them into the chest. If it's okay for you to keep the legs lifted, keep them lifted. Last 3 breaths here. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees. Give yourself another big hug there. Draw the knees down to chest or shoulders. And then place the soles of your feet back onto the mat. Press into the feet. Lift the hips enough that you can remove your roll now. Slide it out and let it go. And then let the hips sink down here. And drop your knees comfortably over to the left side for a twist. You can stretch your right arm out into a T shape or half of a T shape. You can bend your right arm into a cactus shape, or you can just keep it relaxed down by your side here. Five to 6 breaths here in that twist on the first side. Deep inhales into the belly, into the side ribs. With your exhale, gently draw the belly towards the back body, towards your spine. So keep it more active and feel the connection to your core, to your center. With each inhale, wake up the center more. With each exhale, find a deeper connection by drawing the belly a little bit more towards the back body. Last 3 breaths here. Finished your next exhale, draw the belly in, keep it there, keep the connection, and then bring your right knee up, bring your left knee up. Adjust your hips so it feels more neutral. And from there, drop your knees over to the right and find your twist here on the second side. Your left arm can be again extended or bent or completely relaxed down by your side. Find the center of your body here, find your navel, find your belly, deep inhale. Exhale, draw the belly towards the spine, towards the back body, engage the core. Last 2 or 3 breaths here. Finish your next exhale, engage the core, draw the belly in. Inhale, bring your left knee up, bring your right knee up. Place the soles of your feet back onto the mat, adjust your hips. If your eyes were closed, gently blink them open. And then roll onto one side and come up into a comfortable seated position of your choice. If you like, use your roll to sit on. And then find your seat. Let your hands rest wherever they want to rest naturally. Keep your eyes open, but look down towards the floor. And then find a focal point there. Keep it there. And just notice how your body is feeling, how you are feeling. Where can you feel the energy circling around? Feel free to stay here for as long as you like, maybe add a meditation to your practice. And then if you're ready to head back into the day, enjoy the day, hopefully a little bit more energized. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon here again.